New on Curiosity Stream. She was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, Ola, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Our question, who or what chased you, or who or what did you have to chase? And here come those emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
On the subject of being chased, guys, we grew up in Tumwater, and in the late 60s, Tumwater Hill was a forest. My brother and I, 11 and 12, and we're up on the hill playing when we saw a bear. I shouted at my brother and started running all elbows and ass, as they say. My brother thought I was kidding, so he stood there until he spotted the two cubs, and Mama then stood up. I'm still running as fast as I can when he passed me. We told Mom, who called the cops, that they had a guy with a hunting rifle with him, so we took them back to that location, but the bears were gone. But we did find a huge bear track. Huge to a couple of kids, anyway. Let's see here, guys. First story that comes to mind about who or what chased you. A few years back, my bassist sister's fiance and I are in Vegas. We are getting a little turned up, as most people do when you're there. After a pretty hefty day and night of drinking, my bassist thought it would be a good idea to throw a garbage can out onto the strip. As he's throwing it, I see two security guards on foot making their way towards us. Knowing that he made a bad call, we decided to double down and run across the strip in hopes of losing them. Unfortunately for us, we made it to the other side and realized that they must have called for backup because two new security guards in golf carts came up on us and tried to hop out and grab us, but we managed to slip by them and continue running into an alley, thinking we could get into a casino side door. As we came down the alley, we saw a double-tall temp fence in our way. I just looked at that thing and jumped like it was going out of style. My bassist and sister and fiance followed. Now, I didn't look back, but I could hear a crash. And as the story goes, the security guards just drove their golf cart straight into the fence, knocking it over. We kept running into the casino. Luckily, the side door was unlocked, but the security guards followed. My sister's fiance is a pretty plain-looking guy, so he sat down mid-chase and just sat at a slot machine just to blend into the background. Still to this day, I cannot believe it worked, but it did. As for my bassist and I, this was not going to be an option, as we were wearing studded leather coats, leopard skin pants, and all the trappings of bad 80s villains. Luckily for us, we were faster than the guards, and after a casino or two, we managed to lose them. After a quick meetup and costume change at the hotel, we decided to go back out and grab a bite. Man, I love Vegas. That from Tall John.
I cannot believe the guards were that
No,
it's like, guys, Jesus, man.
As we move on to the birthday request, Ola, my brother, listens to you guys every day, never stops talking about you, so could you please send him a happy birthday whether your penis is too small? That from Ben. Guys, shout out to my wife, Carrie, for her birthday. Can I get the Dirty Germans talking about her love of weed gummies and a Wendy Williams burp fart? Thanks, fellas, and keep on rocking. That from Eric.
Yeah, I hope this weed gummy you're talking about is when you get high and pull out your false teeth.
Yeah, you know, I understand why you love these gummies. The CBD ones help you feel nice. The THC ones help you feel high. They all help me sleep.
Yeah.
Guys, this is my wife Megan's 28th birthday. Can she get the Dirty Germans from her loving husband, Joey? That's from Joey, and that's for Megan.
Yeah, that's for Megan. Tonight we're going to have what we call Nut Megan.
Yeah, see, it comes on top of some of your favorite treats. Nutmeg.
I do, too.
Hello, Cholos and Dirty Germans. I'm emailing in to wish my younger brother Jeremy a happy 36th birthday. Have fun out there mowing fairways and cleaning up the greens. How about a happy Chinooka? And the Dirty Germans talking about working on a golf course. That from Dan in Renton.
Happy Chinooka.
Yeah, I like working anywhere with 18 holes to fill.
Yeah, and you get to add a new hole every day. Mm-hmm. Then they have some little ball cleaners.
Yeah, clean each dimple.
The whole thing is kind of erotic. Yeah, I guess I'll just put my sticks in this bag.
Yeah.
And I'll put a little white glove on.
Does sound dirty when you...
I know, right? I guess I started going through the list. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in golf.
Guys, please
Quick,
wish...
Get the tiny little car.
You got a ball marker? Please wish my buddy Mike a happy 31st birthday with a burp fart and all of you screaming at the top of each other's... Oh, Jesus Christ. How about a few Coach Ted words on not giving up on your diet? Thanks, guys. That from the Meter Reader in Monroe.
All right. I don't know what this diet is you're doing, but here's the thing. Diets come and go. You need a lifestyle. I don't know what the lifestyle is. Maybe keto's the way to go. You're going to be lifestyle keto guy. I don't know. Just pick something you like. Work out. You got this.
Liquor and Horse Bitches. Today is my friend Gracie, a.k.a. Grapes, 31st lap around the burning ball of fire. Could she get the Dirty Germans' opinions about short women and crazy colored hair, particularly pink? Stay beautiful, bitches. That from her longtime friend Rainier.
Yeah, I do not care about the size of the woman, but I can only hope that the hair you're talking about is not the hair on your head.
See, I don't mind the pink hair. I feel like in the early 30s, a lot of women have this part.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the short women, sure, it's what brings them along.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, happy 35th around the sun to my loving husband, Logan. I know we would love to hear Melbourne Ted discuss AMC stock going to the moon. That from, Jesse in Tacoma.
Yeah, Ted A. from Melbourne. You know, he's right about that. AMC's climbing again. Big weekend at the office. People were watching the movie, but they couldn't talk. Whole movie about being quiet.
Yeah. People go to anything. Just want to give a birthday shout out to my buddy John. It's 38 years old today. I'm sure he appreciates that your penis is too small. A Wendy Williams burp fart. And the Dirty Germans talking about working long days and nights at the port as a longshoreman. Cheers, guys. That from Nick.
Yeah, I never worked as a longshoreman. I did work as a longhornman, though.
Yeah, you know, you always hear about these lot lizards with the 18-wheeler guys. I wonder what kind of lot lizard hangs out by the shore.
Yeah, we call them the mermaids.
Yeah, get up here. I'll ride my crane.
Fellas, today is my lovely bride's 40th birthday. Can you please give her a Dirty German shout talking about being a director? She just got a promotion, guys. You're the best. That from Jaybird.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're a director because my safe word is cut.
Just am I.
Yeah, sometimes I say that's a wrap, but I'm talking about the condom.
Yeah, director. He's been known to direct some movies as well.
Yeah.
Guys, would you please give a big birthday shout out to longtime listener Amanda B. She's celebrating her 43rd trip around the sun. A badass mama bear who would love to get a fish sandwich. And the Dirty Germans take on her favorite animal. That would be the sea turtle. Thanks, guys, for all you do. That from the hubby and the kids.
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Yeah, Amanda B having sex with me tonight. I do not know why you like the sea turtle so much, but if you like a good hard shell, I can bring you something similar.
Yeah, you know, there's something on my body that's a lot like a turtle. Depending on the weather, and if there's a six-pack ring wrapped around it, pop in and out of the shell. But you know, the thing about those turtles, very fast in the water.
Yeah.
You ever see those things swim?
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing.
Right, because they suck on land, but they're good under the water.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Yes, friends, it's time once again for Sit and Spin. Let's gather around the old radio and listen to some swellerific new music.
Oh, there it is. Still in his basement. The studio, the bar, the dungeon. It is Ryan Castle.
To be honest with you guys, my days are all messed up because we had yesterday off, and I almost walked out of here at 4 o'clock to go down the street and get a drink. And I was like, oh, wait, I've got to do sit and spin today.
Yeah.
Almost completely forgot.
I guess so. Well, you know what, man?
So now I'm just drinking at home again like a regular person on the radio.
Is your basement at least somewhat cool? It's 85 degrees out there.
Oh, yeah. No,
Okay.
basement's great, man. Basement stays nice and cool all of the time.
Are you upstairs yelling down to your phone that's still in the basement?
No, sir. I am. Why? Does it sound weird?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Just you
not
sound
if
really
you're in a
far
well.
away.
Yeah.
It's not like you're in a big cave. It doesn't really matter. You're in your basement.
That's really.
Do you now wish you would have put in air conditioning when you put in that brand new kitchen?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, we don't need AC, man. It's we got one of those little portable things up in our bedroom, and it's totally fine.
Okay.
I mean, look, we're cool all the time.
Well, what we were hoping is now that you got that kitchen done, that you would maybe put in a pool so we could all go over and enjoy, a
Make
nice
it worth our time.
sunny afternoon. You have plenty of room back there in the backyard.
I do keep a kiddie pool in the furnace room full of creamy peanut butter, where it's nice and cool if you want to cool down, and then afterwards we can have sandwiches.
Okay.
With the same peanut butter you were just in.
I don't know why. The idea of a pool filled with peanut butter is just creepy.
Yeah, a little
Is
bit.
that weird?
Yeah. Well, let us know where you're going at the end of this. Maybe we'll catch up with you here about 6:37ish. You never know. Might be,
Okay.
might be a good day for a frothy one. All right. Today on Sit and Spin, we're going to talk about the people who graduated college in the music business. There's not a lot of them out there, but you normally don't think of college and musicians hand in hand unless you're like a symphony type of
Not right
professional.
in the rock or pop world. I want to say the only band I can think of, they might be on the list, I don't know, who's the Offspring. Like they put the band together. They didn't put the band together as a joke, but they were studying like real heady stuff in college. They put together this band, and they were like, we couldn't believe we got approached for a record contract. Like that
they're playing for fun.
Yeah, it wasn't their goal at all. And they're like, hell with it. I'd rather be a rock star and get laid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we've got musicians that actually graduated college. Do you have their college and all that stuff and their degree there, Castle?
Yeah. In honor of graduation season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 10.
If you be my bodyguard, I can
This makes sense. It makes sense that Paul Simon graduated college because he sounds kind of dull and boring.
Here's a fun fact about Paul Simon, besides the fact that he graduated from Queens College in 1963, and that is, I never liked Paul Simon.
I believe you mentioned that before.
I don't know if I've mentioned that.
He graduated in 1963.
From Queens College.
Wow.
What did he get a degree in? How to write uninspiring music?
Yes.
Okay. He did well.
10 musicians. Hey, he graduated. It's all about the paper. These are 10 musicians who graduated college on Sin Spin.
Number 9.
Now, this would be Brian May,
Brian May.
That would be Brian May, but that's Dr. Brian May, who went to Imperial College London, and graduated in 1968.
What kind of doctor?
He's a doctorate, but I want to say it's not like medical. I think it's like
it was astrophysics. Was he? I think he's astrophysics.
yeah, it's something like that.
Still kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna play my band.
Like Neil deGrasse Tyson, big deal.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
These are 10 musicians that graduated college on Sit and Spin.
Number 8.
Oh, there we go.
There is, yeah. So Dexter is also a doctor. Dexter got his PhD from USC finally back in 2017. So he had given up on his PhD to go out and be in the Offspring because that was happening. Finally, in 2017, went back, finished his PhD, did a 175 dissertation on the molecular dynamics of HIV.
Which is what you expect from the guys in Offspring.
That's crazy.
That is kind of wild.
It's just like, Jesus Christ, okay.
From the guy that wrote Why Don't You Get a Job?
Or Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
And he's a doctor.
Right.
These are 10 musicians that graduated college on Sit and Spin.
Number 7.
Freddie Mercury graduated from dental school.
He went to art college.
Oh, art college.
So what did he do? Did he draw the turtle or did he draw the pirate?
College.
That sounds about right. He's that guy, right?
That's
You go
all.
like, yeah, okay.
So 2 members of Queen.
Ealing Art College.
Okay.
1969.
These are 10 musicians that graduated college on Sit and Spin.
Number 6.
Jim Morris, the artist, always. We all know he was in film school.
Of course he was.
He graduated from UCLA in 1965. And he said, one of his quotes said, "I didn't want to go into the Army and I didn't want to work, and that's the damned truth."
It sounds about like Jim Morrison, sure.
Yeah, and that makes sense. He did art stuff.
Yeah, of course.
You ever listen to that Jim Morrison poetry album, Ted?
I have not.
If you need a good laugh.
Yeah, get real stoned and listen to that. It's just ridiculous. He does a whole poem about his penis.
American Prayer, Ted.
Yes. These are 10 musicians that graduated college.
Number 5. Roxanne.
I love these English colleges. They have the best names. Sting went to the Northern Counties College of Education and graduated in 1974.
Does it say what he mastered in? Or
Tantric sex.
Tantric sex, yes.
I mean, it's Sting. I feel like it could be anything.
That's true.
Right, it could be anything. I feel like any one of the members of the police probably went to college. I would not be shocked.
Northern Counties College of Education sounds like you would get a general education from college.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't think you live there. You know what I mean?
Right.
These are 10 musicians that graduated college on Sit and Spin.
Number 4.
Anybody want to guess which member of KISS?
Gene Simmons.
Correct.
Business?
I want to say
Gene went
education.
to Richmond College and graduated in 1970.
Because he was a school teacher for a while before.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
All right, kids, I want you to have a seat. Yeah. I'm going to tell you why I'm awesome.
Open up your books. Just to open them. Please, just read something. Get anything in the brain.
Responsible for the spitball.
These are 10 musicians who graduated college on Sit and Spin.
Number 3. But I'm a creep.
So how about Thom from Radiohead graduated from University of Exeter in 1991. So right around the time this song was blowing up, dude was graduating from college.
They sound like a college band, though, you know?
I'm not going out until I get this degree. What are you doing over there? Brian, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you lose me?
Sounds like you're banging on the wall or something, trying to
No. I don't know what's going on.
Have you been kidnapped and you're in someone's trunk?
Everything here is normal. No, but I did lose several hours today that I cannot account for.
That's comforting. Yeah. These are 10 musicians that graduated college.
Number 2.
Tom Morello has a master's in political science from Harvard. So for those of you that are shocked when Tom Morello says something about politics, you all have never listened to Rage Against the Machine's music. And also, Tom Morello has a master's in political science from Harvard.
It'd be cool if Congress did, too. You know what I like about it? Somebody within the last year or so, they listened to some song from Rage Against the Machine. They're like, I'm tired of your political crap. Keep in mind, last time came out like 20 years ago, right? But they're like, I'm tired of your political crap. So Tom Morello told him, do me a favor, listen to all of our songs. If you can find a song that's not about politics, I'm going to take it out of the catalog. Yeah. I'm going, good for you, man. Right. I think that's what I do.
I don't want to have that song be a Rage Against the Machine song.
These are 10 musicians who graduated college who made it to number 1.
Number 1.
Yes, Rivers Cuomo went to Harvard as well, and he graduated in 2006.
Yeah, it sounds like a college band.
Rivers was a college man who, after success, went back to college and finally finished college.
That would explain why he had a sweater to steal.
Right.
You know? Thank you, Ryan Castle. We appreciate it.
Miles. That's good comedy, too.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm bringing it all day. Thank you so much. Shot of the Day is coming up. You are listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream, he allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimate.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW. Yeah! You're in the men's room.
Coming up in minutes, we will drink, we will toast for the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, good news. China is now allowing couples to have up to 3 children.
And husbands everywhere are like, yay.
Yay. There's a 31-year-old woman in Virginia that remodeled her home to look like the inside of a McDonald's.
I mean, you have to really like McDonald's.
And even then...
Well, they changed their style a lot, too, on the interior. So, like, which one? The new ones? The McCafe-looking things?
Or she go old school. She got, like, the cheeseburger seats with the Ronald McDonald sitting on the couch over there.
Maybe that would work.
How old is she?
31.
Huh. All right. I figure that's always somebody a little bit older. Yeah. And they're like, screw it. But I guess if you ate there all the time as a kid and then you go, like... There's some people that will go to a fast food joint like once a week specifically just because Friday night you eat McDonald's.
Yeah, but now I'm redesigning my house to look like it.
Right.
I will say this. One of my good friends growing up in their house, in the kitchen, they had a booth. That was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
You could sit in a booth. You know what I mean? Like it was a kid's booth. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, this is great. You got a booth, man. In the
I got
kitchen.
a buddy. His house is the same way.
Got a booth in the kitchen?
Yeah, like it's like the breakfast nook or whatever it was supposed to be, but it's actually like an old wooden booth. It's great.
I love it. I'm like, dude, you got a booth.
But I'm with you. The inside of your house looks like a McDonald's. That means it has greasy tile floors. It has way too colorful tables. And angry people inside of them.
And if it's old school, little foil golden ashtrays.
And actual salt and pepper shakers you can steal.
And a napkin dispenser right there on the table.
Yeah, giant vats of ketchup and sweet and sour sauce.
If it doesn't have the grimace seat, I don't want it.
And an angry person screaming at the cook.
And a lot of weirdos putting their kids next to Ronald McDonald's to take pictures.
And strangers in your driveway. Yeah, you want the true, authentic experience.
Right. And every day at 10:31, somebody will come by and be like, I just want breakfast!
Right.
And they'll allow a homeless guy to sip coffee for an hour and a half.
I was sitting in that light for 20 minutes trying to get breakfast. Somebody pulls a gun inside because their fries are cold.
Right. A woman, and you can never get ice cream, no matter how bad you want it.
It's broken.
It's broken, dude.
Yeah, it's your house, but it's still broken.
This is an authentic, non-functioning ice cream machine.
Yeah, we called the guy, but he's got like 6 stops to make today. A woman in Utah passed away 2 years ago, and in her memory, they put her fudge recipe on her headstone.
I saw that.
And now, I wonder if she would have wanted that.
Here's the thing. 2 years later, they've come back to correct the error that had been sitting on there for the last 2 years.
Oh, they didn't even get it right?
It called for they put on there a tablespoon of vanilla versus the teaspoon of vanilla that it was supposed to have on there.
So people have been blaming this poor lady for bad fudge for 2 years.
Too vanilla-y.
Oh. Ted, I thought about you when I saw that story this morning, because I'm like, I think it was your aunt's with the manicotti.
Oh, it's a friend of the family, yeah.
Right, that you'll never have it. Let's put it on a tombstone, man.
Ted, we got to put your sausage dip on there, man.
It's not my recipe.
I don't care.
They can't sue you when you're dead.
That's right.
Here it is.
Fine. A man in South Carolina was arrested for misusing the 911 system because he asked the operator if she'd pose for some nude photos.
That's a gutsy call.
It really is.
I mean, do you have any idea what that operator looks like? I don't.
No. Not unless you're really creepy.
Yeah, real creepy.
Right. Able to just spot her out.
I would just say that in our previous building that housed our studios, there was a floor dedicated to mostly people fielding your medical questions or your insurance or whatever it is. You don't want that.
No.
No. 100% you do not want that. My question, can you pose nude? Yes. Follow-up question, will you please not?
I'd like to retract my earlier question. A man in Miami pulled a gun on a 7-Eleven cashier because they told him the bathrooms were closed.
I don't know a lot of 7-Elevens that have a bathroom.
I didn't think you could use their bathroom.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Well, he didn't know either.
All right.
Yeah,
the rest of us are espousing what we know. This guy, I'll kill you. Like, dude, just pee outside like everybody else.
I would imagine like the standalones or the gas stations might have the bathrooms.
Yes, that'd be your best bet. Well, even the one in my neighborhood, they've got a gas station. They've got a pretty big, actual, convenience store area.
Sure.
Still no bathroom.
Just doesn't have a facility.
I'm going to guess brother had to poop.
Yeah.
If you got to pee, and man, we don't have a bathroom, right? You're on the other side of the building because you got to go.
Right.
I'm thinking he had to poop, did not want to be in that situation.
Didn't have a Seattle sidewalk to lay one down.
But it is kind of weird how that works, right? Like, you think of gas stations that have a convenience store. It's like, oh, I can use the bathroom in there.
Yeah.
But I've never thought in just a regular 7-Eleven be like, can I use your bathroom?
And there's a reason why a lot of them don't have them, and it's because of people that use them.
Correct.
They're like, it is. If we just don't have them, we don't have it.
Right.
Some
all
of you
the cleanup duty. I mean, there's normally one person working. Mm-hmm. So if someone goes in and does something bad in the bathroom, you don't have anybody working on the counter.
If you're using a 7-Eleven bathroom, you're doing something bad in that bathroom.
Yeah, you are not using the bathroom for its intended purposes. Amazon
and if you are, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. Amazon has a new service called Amazon Sidewalk, which steals a wee bit of your bandwidth to use for your neighbor's devices if their internet goes down. Now, it says that it's not going to connect to your cell phone, it's not going to connect to your computer or anything like that. This is just so their Amazon Alexa devices can work, or what was the other, security cameras. So this is just to keep their systems up and operational.
I see.
I don't think you're going to be streaming Netflix on there. You can't connect into their network to be able to get into their personal files.
You can't. Somebody will.
I think if you have the Alexa, you still got to opt out of it though.
Yes, it does.
It signs you up automatically.
Right. You can opt out of it if you'd like to.
I figured Amazon Sidewalks, we almost delivered the package to your home.
Oh.
It's on the sidewalk. It's in the name.
Your sign says beware of dog. I didn't want to beware, so I just left it out here.
I left it out here.
Good.
Everybody talking about all these new devices that are just going to automatically deliver stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, and that's how I ordered it to my home since you deliver it to my door.
Mm-hmm. Right. Why are we going to a third-party location?
Right.
I've actually seen one of those around my around my city.
All right.
You got one of those all set up. It looks cool, but again, I'm sitting there thinking the same thing that Ted is. Wait a minute, I ordered this to be convenient for me to just show up where I am. Why is it here?
Right.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen one of those? Is it Domino's? Yeah, with the robotic pizza.
I'm not. Have you?
I haven't yet.
No, I can't imagine that thing making it more than a block.
Before it gets knocked over.
Right, there's a tent city everywhere. I'm like, you're going to roll this thing down a Seattle street. There's a tent city. I'm telling you now. Those guys are going to descend on that thing. It'll look like the end of Braveheart.
Like a scene from The Walking Dead. Get the pie. A flight from India had to turn around because a live bat started flying around the cabin.
Classic.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I remember that happened on Spirit Airline last year. Mm-hmm. But on Spirit, I feel like they probably charge you extra for that. But would you want to try? I mean,
they don't really bother you. I mean, I used to have a bat flying in my room every single night until my dad knocked it out with a wiffle ball bat.
It should be noted, Miles is also a vampire.
That's true.
But,
seriously.
But I think they should do a vote. This is your captain. Seriously, look, dude, we have a bat on the plane. Obviously, there's nothing we can do about that. But either we turn this whole thing around, and it takes longer to get this trip over with, or we just deal with it.
I just remember the conversations did you hear anything in your room last night after you went to bed? No, why?
No reason.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a loaded question.
And I was like, well, what do you think is in my room? Because I was afraid. So
Nothing.
Yeah, no, but do you leave the windows open when you say, no, why?
Why do you ask?
Right, what's going on?
Nothing.
Do you ever hear any strange noises? No, what are you doing to me?
Have you woken up with puncture marks on your neck?
Now you need to go to bed, by the way, right now. It's bedtime.
Right.
Oh, thanks.
Sleep tight. Close the window.
A drunk driver lost control and crashed into an alcohol treatment center.
Saw that. That's crazy.
Well done.
Go ahead and stay here.
That's life telling you something.
You know what? Check on in. 1 in 11 Americans. 1 in 11 Americans Google themselves every day.
What are they going to find?
That's kind of what I'm wondering. What do you think is going to get pulled up there when you Google yourself?
I mean, I'm only guessing. Maybe it's people that have a heavy social media presence.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I think everyone's Googled themselves once or two times. And
sure.
See what's out there, but beyond that, man, I don't know normal people who are going to end up with more hits. If you made the news.
Yeah.
Right?
Ta-da.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what else you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's got to be part of it, right?
Again, if I'm a social media influencer, quote unquote, it would make sense for me maybe to check on that, right? Because there's other people commenting on what you do, right? Because you care. But other than that, man, I don't.
Seriously. Let's see. It says, are people ruder in certain parts of the country?
Yes.
Depends how you look at it.
Someone tried to figure it out by looking at 3 different categories of rudeness. They went through different polls and studies on how often people swear on the phone at customer service, how rude people are behind the wheel, and how much people tip at restaurants. They also factored in a poll on how rude the rest of the country thinks each state is, and with that, we have now ranked all 50 states in order of rudeness.
All right.
So let's go down the list of the top 10 rude states. Which do you guys think would be on that list?
New
as far
Jersey.
as the rude states. New Jersey, not a bad call.
It depends on your version of rude.
No, I agree, but knowing how, if you live on the East Coast, people don't seem rude. They seem exceptionally efficient. Because they're not being mean and it's not personal.
Rude.
Hey, get the F out of the way.
Right.
Southern states are more hospitable.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that they're...
The rude as that. They just sound nice.
Exactly. It's just the way they frame
bless
it.
your heart.
Yeah, but that's all right. He just told you to go after yourself, bro.
I would still add Florida to that list, though.
Okay, I'll go to New York.
All right.
But
Florida,
yeah,
New Jersey, New
Jersey's
York.
got to be on there.
Here we go. These are the 10 rudest states, starting with number 10, Ohio.
Really?
I'm just thinking with the influx of news that we're getting down there and kind of people going a little bit nuts over there in Ohio, it stands a little bit to reason that maybe it's due to some rudeness that's going on over
I
there.
like to make fun of Ohio, but by and large, man, I've never thought people there were rude.
I haven't thought that either.
Right. I've never left and said,
you might make a
Jesus.
crack in Ohio, just like anybody else makes a crack in any other state. But the bottom line is, I've never had an experience there where I thought, man, the people here suck.
I got a ticket. That cop was rude to us.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he
State
actually
trooper.
nice until the end?
That's what I'm saying. He was very cordial and everything. And at the very end, just said, all right, don't speak to our state again. Slow it down. I was just like, whoa, we got it. We already got the ticket.
we were doing fine.
It seemed like a weird left turn, but he was from Ohio.
Number 9 of the 10 rudest states, Illinois, which kind of for me falls in the same category in Ohio as in I've been indifferent to the people of Illinois.
Midwesterners are normally very, very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, even in Chicago, right? So Chicago has its crime problem and all that. But I remember the first time I went, but the people themselves did not strike me as rude. In fact, the reason we kind of laughed about Chicago is that it's like going to New York City if the people in New York City were nice.
Right.
I mean, honestly.
Dude, I tell people all the time, I go, one thing I love Chicago, but one of the greatest things is it's the size of New York with that kind of excitement, but with like almost like a Midwest kind of feel.
And it's
Very
more
much
friendly
so.
because of that.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I did forget about Chicago. VD is rude as hell. Never mind, that works.
Yeah, he's brutal. I did like that backhand. That's not a compliment. He said, they're just indifferent to the whole state of
I'm
Illinois.
just indifferent to the people of
I don't know
Illinois.
what the hell you
Oh,
guys
from
do.
Illinois. I don't care.
Number 8 on the list of rude states, number 8 is Utah.
I've never been to Utah.
Neither have I.
I have.
I've been to Utah, but again, and look, I don't know. I did not spend a lot of time speaking to people, but rude. There were a lot of thoughts I had about the people there, but I can say safely, rude was not one of them.
Well, you bribed them into giving you a beer at the airport, right?
I threatened him. Long story short, hey man,
He held a knife.
our flight's already been delayed. It was New Year's Eve. We're trying to fly back to Seattle. We're stuck in Salt Lake. They closed the bars at 9 or 10, right? But we're still stuck in the gate. There's nothing to drink. And we had made friends with maybe 2 other couples because we're all flying back to Seattle. We had some big old cups, and I said, hey, listen, man, before you shut this bad boy down, can you fill up these cups? I'll give you $60. And he's like, oh, well, sir, we're not allowed to do that. I said, no, I understand that. What I'm saying is, will you? We got to sit, and we pulled it right from all the couples. $60, it's cash, it's yours, man. It's like, well, again, our boss will really frown. I said, all right, I'm going to redirect this. Fill up the goddamn cups with goddamn beer so I don't do it myself, and I will give you $60. And he did. So he kind of got bribed and kind of got threatened.
10 rudest states in America in a stunning turn of events at number 7, New Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way back at number 7.
That's unbelievable to me.
I told you, well, I mean, me and my buddy Will were up there on the Jersey Shore. We were coming out of a Dunkin' Donuts, and we were broke at the time, so his one car door was different color than the rest of the car. These guys were just like, they were ready to fight us about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the hell's your problem? You got a 2-tone car. This and that. It's like, we're broke.
Not only that,
Like, why are you pissed at us?
Right. Mike, when you go to the East Coast and you go, you don't normally run into a lot of people from a lot of different states.
Okay.
Wherever you live on the East Coast, there'll be a ton of people from Jersey. They don't want to live there either. Like, they might be from there, they might be Jersey proud and all that, but I mean,
you're not happy to have them in your
but
stadium.
you meet more of them than you do people from any other state. It's crazy.
And no one's happy about it.
No.
10 rudest states, number 6, right here in Washington State.
Really?
That's got to be just driving. How rude people are behind the rail was one of the factors. Again, it's how often people swear on the phone at customer service, which I can't believe Washington would do here. How rude people are behind the wheel, which has got to be the only one for me, and how much people tip at restaurants, which we are kind of really aware of in this state. So for me, it is only traffic.
That makes sense.
I blame Bellevue for that.
That's right. You guys suck. Number 5, California.
California.
Yeah.
I mean, I get, well, look,
they just seem indifferent.
There's San Diego, which does not care about you at all. There's Los Angeles, where they're LA proud. I would say, as far as rude goes, San Francisco can be that way a little bit because they're kind of uppity and all that, but I don't think anyone takes them seriously. It's just people in San Francisco don't know that no one takes them seriously.
Right. 10 rudest states. Number 4, New York.
Okay, I get the list.
That's New York City.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah,
you go through.
really
I mean, everyone else pretty much a country bumpkin. Everyone's laid back. People are chill. And New York City's New York City, but like that one city in the southeastern teeny tiny corner of the state ruins it for everybody.
And that's a big state too.
Yeah,
I mean, land-wise, it's a big state.
Right.
So he's right. I mean, it's just one little piece. I mean, it's granted there's a lot of people there, but I mean, it's not the whole state.
This one surprises me on the 10 rudest states here in America. Number 3, Virginia.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
They're a-holes.
I've never really experienced anybody from Virginia other than Miles's impersonation.
I didn't make that up.
Yeah,
right. That makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a very snotty state.
Gotcha.
It's a very snotty state, and
is it just because they were the first?
I don't know, because when you go to Virginia.
Delaware's first state.
Not bad. It's one of the originals.
I guess first colony.
I'm not giving them credit.
I get it, man.
There's the Commonwealth.
Jamestown was the first colony, 1607.
But you do not know why they're so proud of Virginia.
Right.
Well, it's, you know what it is,
It's
man?
like it's a big, humid asshole. And, I mean, look, if you love it, you love it. That's great. But from the outside, looking like anything, you can put on clothes you like. And if everyone thinks you look like a fool, well, you look like a fool.
Right. It reminds me, like, everyone went to a prep school. You know what I mean? Like where it costs $50,000 a year. You know what I mean? It was like this one old school. That was high school for them.
Right.
It just seems that way. Like everybody comes from money. We're all better than you. You know what I mean? Do you want to play squash this weekend, Miffy? That's Virginia.
Khaki is the only color we wear on our legs.
So you get to Blacksburg or Roanoke and start going west. You're not out of it.
Number 2, the 10 rudest states. We forgot Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Any final
But
guesses?
they're like comically rude.
Is it Connecticut or something weird, though?
Connecticut. Any other final guesses?
If it's not New Jersey, no.
I mean, it could be Maryland.
This is
dancing all around
the number 1 rudest state in the country. You gotta think small, boys. It is Rhode Island.
Really?
Huh. All right.
Get out of here, Rhode Island.
Any guesses on what the least rude states are?
Hawaii.
What would be up there as far as the least rude state?
I would think all the South.
All the South.
So when you're talking about just hospitality, you're talking about Mississippi, Alabama, there's no real reason to have a chip on your shoulder because you don't have anything.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't really think you're better than everyone because you don't have anything.
Quick rundown. Delaware at 10, Maine at number 9, 8 at Louisiana, 7 Minnesota, 6 South Carolina, 5 Kentucky, 4 Vermont. Number 3 of the lowest ranking as far as rudeness goes, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, Arkansas.
I've never been there.
Never been there.
Just no Ozark.
And this is the least rude state in the nation. You guys have danced all the way around it. It is in the South, Mississippi.
Okay. Huh. Very good.
A woman that got stuck in a storm drain in Delray Beach, Florida, got stuck again, and you'll never believe where.
Where?
Tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Why? Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK. All right, and we made it to drinking time.
New on Curiosity Stream, she was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on The Spy Who Stole the Atom Bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.